In this video, I'm going to show you how to place the combination switch, also known as the multifunction switch, on this Ford F-450. Let's get started. Underneath the steering column here, you'll see this cover. It's held on with 3 5.5mm screws. Take all of them out. There's one in that lowermost hole there. There's one towards the ignition. And one over here. And now, pull down on this so we can pull the bottom cover apart from the top. We need space on the top to separate the two. Okay, pry these two apart. Remove the top cover. The connector for the combination switch is on the back side, so press on this tab, wiggle it, pull it straight out. And then there's a T20 bolt or little screw at the top and one underneath it. If you pull this cover down a little bit, you can get just enough access to that lower one. I'm going to start with the lower one. That way this still stays attached when I take it out. And a T20 screw right up here. And once you take this out, you should be able to pull the multifunction switch or combination switch, whatever you want to call it, straight out. There it is. To install the new combination switch, pull down on this plastic trim piece, slide it into place. There we go. Make sure it's seated in all the way. There we go. Make sure it's seated in all the way. Let's connect the electrical connector while we're at it. Make sure that clicks so it's secured. And now let's put the two mounting screws back. I'm going to start with the top one. That way I know that this can stay secured while I put in that lower one, since that one's a little trickier to get in. Snug this up. Don't make it too tight, it's just threading into plastic. Get the bottom screw back in. You can put a little rag on the end of your socket and then put it on the screw. That'll hold it in place. Tighten it up. Get the top cover back on. And as you do this, you want to make sure it lines up with the bottom. If you are having trouble getting it around the shifter boot, you can always pull it forward, hold your foot on the brake of course, and put it down into neutral. And that'll give you a little bit more space, but either way it should be doable. And once you get it on here, make sure that both sides line up, and they do snap into place and are somewhat secure, but of course we still have to put the 3 screws in on the bottom. So bring this back up and get your 5.5mm screws, start those in. There's one. Two. And 3.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.